first start off asking you guys, what do you know about ecosystems and their size? So this is go ahead, RJ.
Don't they vary, like in terms of what wildlife are in them and what they provide for the wildlife?
Yeah. So yeah, he hit it right on the nail, right on the head. What is like the largest ecosystem? What do you guys think is like the largest ecosystem out there?
The ocean.
The ocean. Yeah, that's one of the largest. And the world is almost an ecosystem too, because of all the working parts, they work together. Up here we have an aquaponic system, and this is actually an ecosystem too. So did any of you think that an ecosystem could be this small? It could be, this big. So how this ecosystem works is this chart right here. The fish provide ammonia in their waste, which the bacteria in the water, which is from the plants, the roots on the plants already have the bacteria on them. They fix that ammonia into nitrates, and this other bacteria fix it into nitrates here, and then that in turn provides food for the plants, and then the plants grow. So we are going to have you guys work at your tables, and you have 2 testing strips, and you're going to come up and test each water. This aquaponic system has 1 red-tailed shiner, and this aquaponic system has 4 red-tailed shiners. So what we want you to see is how much nitrogen or nitrates are in each system. And then after you guys find out that, we will discuss how that affects plant growth. So why don't you guys come on up.
And on your test strips, the very top one, so this one that looks kind of yellow, that is the one that tests for nitrate. And how you will read this is the more red it gets, the more nitrate that's in the system. You guys got that?
And if you guys have questions, you can come up here, and we have a chart. But like you said, it's the more red, the more pink, the more nitrates.
And ignore the other 4, just the top one. Yes,
So
sir.
one of our partners will like do one page and the other will do the
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you can do it that way. Yeah.
But don't shake the sticks. Just dip them and pull them out and lay them horizontal. And then carry them back to the table. So come on out.
Oh man, it's turning red.
Make sure you guys remember which strip you grabbed or which water you tested.
I tested the dirty one, and it's all sorts of painful.
Yeah, this
Lots of nitrates. The 4 fish. Because there's so many fish. So you can do your plan.
cheated. She's a cheater.
Are you guys getting results yet?
Yeah.
What's it look like so far? What does that mean?
And don't be confused on the one with 4 is really dirty. That's my fault. That's the first aquaponic system I made, and I didn't quite have it down yet. And the second one is a lot better. If you can tell, the water's really clean. So that is just the soil from the dirt, which isn't a big deal. It's not an issue at all. It's actually probably better for that system because it's adding more of that bacteria to fix the nitrogen, because there is what in this tank? What did you guys find out in the one with 4? There's a lot more nitrogen in that tank than there is the one with the 1.
Why do you guys think that is?
More fish. Not
More
enough
fish?
plants.
Is it more of an issue if there's more fish or less plants?
I don't know.
Both?
Ratio.
Together?
It could be a little bit of both. It could be a little bit of both. So the fish are producing, when you got more fish, you got more waste being produced. So that equals more food for the plant. So there's more food for the plant to eat. Okay, so with your partners or tables, answer the questions that are up there on a sheet of paper, just discuss it out loud, and then we'll bring it back together.
You have about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to see how it's
I didn't
More food, more growth. Have the fish generate bacteria, produce more nitrates.
And yeah, okay, yeah.
Yes. Also, well, the plants in there, that's also sucking up the nitrate.
So what do you guys test?
Keeping the nitrate levels down, because nitrate levels are actually bad for fish if they get too high. So the plants are in a way working in favor of the fish too, by removing nitrate, and while at the same time the fish are producing the nitrate for the plants. So they're all working together.
You don't want to get lost.
You gotta decide, you go.
My second one, I want more fish is like on the bird. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dang it.
You guys do this yet? Yeah.
So do you have to?
Right, so is that your first one? It's a very top.
Yeah.
Yeah, less, so that's about 20. Sorry, I got it. And the other one is about 8.
No, that's actually, high nitrate levels are actually bad for fish. So that's actually plant food. So you actually don't have to filter it, it's plant eating that. We've gotten above there, but just for the experiment, we took it out because it's only up there for 5-10 minutes. So.
Okay, so what did you guys think for the first question? How essential are all the working parts of an ecosystem?
Totally essential.
Totally essential, yeah. I mean, if the plant wasn't there, what would happen to the fish? It dies. Or you'd have to change the water.
Nitrate levels would shoot up, and then the plant would, then that would be toxic for the fish. So.
And what would the plant do without the fish? It would die. Is it possible for organisms to grow without interaction with other organisms?
No.
That's pretty much answered in our first question.
And as you can see, we've just put it back up there. We discussed it, nailed it right on the head a few times. Fish produce the ammonia, and then through bacteria produce nitrites. Through that process called nitrification, and it produces nitrites, which is an available nutrient for plants to eat, and then it gets filtered out, and that also removes the nitrate from the system. So that's in a way could be an ecosystem, correct? All the parts working together. The only part that doesn't make it a complete ecosystem, as we discussed back there, is we actually have to provide food for the fish. The fish just don't have any. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. They're actually feeding on the roots a little bit. I noticed I added these plants a few days ago, and they're nibbling on the roots of the plants, but I also feed them. But actually, in a real life-size aquaponic system, they're huge. They could take up a whole corner of the room. They have to feed the fish there still, so there's really no way to just continuously feed the fish.
And if you guys think this is cool, you can actually make one of them yourself. Just find something that floats, and then like we used foam board, for example, and you can actually place the plant in there. And the plant does okay without any soil because it's actually getting fed from nitrates and some different stuff from the water. So.
And those fish I actually caught at Wildcat Creek, those are native to Kansas, so kind of neat. You guys might check them out at the end of class because they're pretty unique little fish. You wouldn't think that they'd be caught in a stream here in Manhattan. So thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.